power. Hey, donkey. Here's to the mother of the mother road.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric, and this is the Get Me Out of Here vlog. It's the Whispering Arch. Check this out. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric, and this is the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, just checking out of the Union Station Hotel here in downtown St. Louis. We are getting ready to embark on our day 2 adventure across Route 66. We did Illinois yesterday from Chicago to St. Louis, and today we're going to be embarking across the great state of Missouri, through that little sliver of Kansas, and into Oklahoma, where our final destination today is going to be the Lincoln Motel in Chandler, Oklahoma, so just east of Oklahoma City. So we've got a lot of driving today. This is going to be our longest travel day. So without further ado, we got to hit the road. Follow us. This is going to be an epic adventure on the Mother Road. I also wanted to show you here in this Union Hotel is this awesome thing called the Whispering Arch, where you can literally stand in this echo chamber arch-looking thing. You know, it is St. Louis, the city of the arch. But this was built back in the late 1800s, and nobody really knows if the engineers behind this knew that the acoustics would make this sound, or if it was just by chance. So what's cool is you can stand right here, and I can whisper something all the way up across this arch and the entryway to my brother, who is standing over there. So Connor, if you want to whisper something to us, we might be able to hear it.
I think we should go.
What was that?
We should go.
Oh, we should go. Yeah, we do have a long driving time to take. So without further ado, let's go get our kicks on Route 66. The Whispering Arch. All right, let's go. Look at that Ferris wheel outside the Union Station Hotel here in St. Louis. This is at least 2 years old, I want to say, but it is a brand new Ferris wheel that just opened up couple years ago. The last time I was in St. Louis was in 2019, and this Ferris wheel was still being constructed. So it's awesome to see this thing open for business, and it is huge. So a little spirit of St. Louis. And just a couple blocks away from our hotel this morning is Ragtime music star Scott Joplin's house. He lived here in St. Louis in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This is where he wrote many of his famous ragtime songs, including The Entertainer and The Maple Leaf Rag. I'm a piano player, so this is amazing. Scott Joplin, I'm a huge fan of. Do 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 do. They do house tours as well. It's closed right now. But yeah, would love to come back and do a tour of Scott Joplin's house here in St. Louis. And look, right there is a perfect example of a flounder house. This is a common architectural style from the mid to late 1800s here in St. Louis. You can see the rooftop has got kind of a slight angle. It's made out of brick, and it slopes that way all across the front of the building, but it has a flat facade. So this is a common type of architecture you see all over St. Louis. It's kind of an old Mississippi River type of architecture you see all up and down the Midwest along the Mississippi River. And real quick, there's a view of the famous St. Louis Arch. Won't be getting up close and personal today because we've got a lot of driving to do, but there you have it, the St. Louis Arch. Right there to my left is the world's largest Amoco gas station sign I did a whole nother vlog on that, so check it out on my channel. But that is the largest gas station sign in the world, right here at the High Point neighborhood in St. Louis. And here on the Del Mar Loop in University City, a statue of Chuck Berry, St. Louis's favorite rock and roll hero, Johnny B. Good. One of the greatest rock and roll guitarists of all time. He lived here in St. Louis. Just passed away a few years ago, so I had to come and pay tribute to Chuck Berry, one of my all-time favorite musicians here in St. Louis. Tell Chuckowski the news. It's Chuck Berry. Right across the street from the Chuck Berry statue is Blueberry Hill. This is an incredible bar, burger spot, foodie spot, and they have a stage inside where Chuck Berry played at all the time, especially in his later years. Just right there across the street from his statue. And of course, Chuck Berry's rendition of the popular hit Get Your Kicks on Route 66 is the most famous version ever recorded. Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good. Good to see this. All right, we gotta hit the road, but tell Chuckowski the news. We finally made it out of the St. Louis metro area and heading west on the Mother Road currently through the state of Missouri. This is unknown territory for me. I've never been on this stretch of Route 66 before. You can definitely tell the terrain and geography is completely different than Illinois already. Very wooded. You can see all these rock outcroppings, and we are getting close to the Merrimack Cave area. It wouldn't be Route 66 without some historic motels along the way. This is the Wagon Wheel Motel here in Cuba, Missouri, and this is one of the oldest motels along Route 66, open since 1938. The Wagon Wheel service station opened up in 1936. It's no longer in use, but the motel, which opened up a couple years later in 1938, is still in use. In fact, it is one of the oldest operating motels along all of Route 66. But look at this relic, an old gas station here along the route. They've got the pumps and everything. I would give an arm and a leg to pay gas that they had, the gas prices they had back in 1936 as opposed to today. I can tell you that much. They even have the old jalopy rusted out and parked next to the service station. Standard Oil products. I think we can take a peek inside the window here. Look at that. I guess you can walk inside. This is awesome. It's an old Route 66 service station. Look at this old calendar. There's Henry Ford himself, creator of Ford vehicles. And look, there's a peace sign that kind of looks like a wagon wheel to go with the theme of this hotel and service station. I just noticed that they actually have the space underneath to actually service this old car. That is so cool. I wonder if that was the original spot then, where they would actually get under to change the oil.
It's like the tires are flat.
You want to service it?
I think we can drive this car.
Yeah, I don't think we could drive this car either.
Stick with ours.
We'll stick with Maz 6 over here. And there are the motel rooms for the Wagon Wheel. Just gorgeous looking, repurposed. Man, it'd be awesome to stay here. Someday I will do a longer, more in-depth trip along Route 66. Would love to have more time to explore every little corner and roadside attraction. Another old gas station across the street turned restaurant, and look at these murals. Cuba is known as Mural City here along Route 66. Well, you look at the size of this rocking chair. This thing is huge. Mind-blowing. Look what I found on the side of the road, the world's largest rocking chair here along Route 66, just west of Cuba, Missouri. Just take a look at this thing. I couldn't even jump and grab, like, I couldn't even grab this, whatever this beam is here, supporting the rockers below that. This has got to be at least maybe 20 feet tall. Now, there's been some dispute as to whether this is still the tallest rocking chair in the United States. Apparently, there's another one that is bigger in Casey, Illinois. But I can tell you this is the largest one I have ever seen in my life. I mean, look at the rockers. These are I-beams. These are like 12-inch deep, maybe more, 16-inch deep I-beams that are curved and being used as the rockers to support this massive chair. Gosh. Yeah, I couldn't even climb. We couldn't even climb on top of this, right, Connor? Even if we wanted to try to sit in the chair.
Yeah, I think it's reserved for someone.
It's probably reserved for a muffler man. If there is a muffler man lurking around on this stretch of Route 66, the muffler man might be able to crawl up on this. But even the muffler men, I don't think the head of most of the muffler men we've seen even comes up to the seat on this chair. So here you go. The world's largest rocking chair with the Route 66 logo on it and everything. This is awesome. Right next to the world's largest rocking chair is Fanning Outpost and General Store. They've got an amazing mural here on the side. Look at that.
Those gas prices.
I know, look at those Gulf gas prices, 28 cents a gallon. What I wouldn't give to pay 28 cents a gallon, especially these days with all the crazy inflation going on. Oh man, I could road trip all day with prices like that. And gotta love these old classic cars as well. Getting the Route 66 vibes. The Route 66 Outpost. A very, very cool looking general store. It's got like a log cabin feel. Tons of snacks to pick up. Gotta get a magnet to put on your fridge at home. And I gotta say, these Clay's old-fashioned candies are one of my favorite candies in the world. They're kind of hard to find, but look at this. They've got a bunch of these Clay's old-fashioned hard candies. The wild cherry is a good one. That's a really good flavor to take home with you. Wow, this place is huge. It just keeps stretching on and on and on. I had no idea. From the front, this building looked like just a typical sized general store, but it just keeps stretching on and on. I guess the rocking chair wasn't the only thing of large proportions. This general store has so much more inside than I was expecting. We're in Rolla, Missouri, continuing westward on Route 66. I've never been to Rolla, so this is all new to me. Will you look at this, a Stuckey's gas station. This is a historic gas station chain here in the United States. It's been open since 1938. And this is just just past Doolittle, Missouri. This is the first Stuckey's I've ever been to. So I'm gonna go inside and take a peek. This is a gas station moment I've wanted to have for a long time. I've seen a lot of videos and heard a lot of things about Stuckey's gas stations, and I've yet to experience one. So let's do this. So one thing I've heard about Stuckey's is they've got these old school original pecan logs that people like to get and snack on during road trips. So I'm going to get a Stuckey's log and try this for the first time. And I lied outside. It's 1937 when these got their starts. When these got their start, not 1938. But look at all these different flavored logs that they've got here at Stuckey's. They've also got Stuckey's souvenir coffee mugs, road signs, and more of their original pecan logs scattered throughout this convenience store. And they also have a Dunkin' Donuts and burgers and chicken that you can get inside here.
It's like a music video or something.
Yeah, it is. Yo. All right, so we're gonna try a Stuckey's log. That's what you got in your hands here, Connor.
It is.
You've never had Stuckey's.
Nope, never.
I've never had Stuckey's. So without further ado, we're gonna try our first Stuckey's pecan vlog on this Route 66 trip. Oh wow, that is
Really breaks it.
gooier than I was expecting. I was gonna say.
It's a gooey log.
Yes, it's a
Creamy too.
It's a gooey, creamy log. Oh, that sounded horrible. All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty good, actually. It's really good. It's sweet.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. It's kind of like a marshmallow kind of. It's like a caramelized marshmallow interior and a very sweet pecan nut exterior. This is really good. I can see the hype.
Two
with
thumbs up.
The Stuckey's log. 2 thumbs up from Eric and Connor. What I also love about Stuckey's is they have a lot of old school sodas. So I am trying Cheerwine, which is a southern soda. It's got like a cherry taste. I have never had Cheerwine before in my life, so this is my first time having Cheerwine. And what are you trying?
I've got some birch beer from Pennsylvania Dutch.
Ooh,
Never seen it before.
seen that
See
either.
what it is.
So we're trying some new sodas here on the Route 66 trip. We're both originally from Iowa. They don't sell Cheerwine in the northern Midwest, so this is my first time. So cheers.
Cheers.
Interesting.
It's all right.
I was saying the same thing. It's not my favorite. I mean, it tastes kind of cough syrupy, to be honest. I know this is an old Southern soda since 1917, so it's been around for like well over 100 years.
It's like a flat diet root beer.
This kind of tastes like almost like a cherry Dr. Pepper, but more like a cough syrupy. It's not bad. I mean, I'll definitely finish this. But you didn't like yours, huh?
It's not bad, but it's like a flat diet root beer. It's not great.
The truck sounded rough over there. We'll finish these. This isn't bad. I wouldn't chase after Cheerwine, but it's all right.
Good enough to drink.
Good enough to drink. I like that. All right, we're gonna hit the road. We've got a lot more to cover here in Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Dude, look at this. This is like Jurassic Park. Wow. Here's what is this called again? The Devil's Elbow Bridge. The Devil's Elbow. All right, we're crossing the Devil's Elbow Bridge. Wow. How old is this? Oh, this is awesome. This is kind of scary. What if it looks like the bridge might fall? What river is this?
The Big Piney River.
The Big Piney River. This is the Devil's Elbow Bridge in Missouri on the way to Uranus. Oh, look at this. An old fire truck and the Mother Road. Historic Route 66. What have I stumbled upon? Just off of Route 66 is Uranus, a crazy tourist attraction, and apparently, yes, there is fudge in Uranus. And there's a lot going on here. There's a T-Rex eating a flying spaghetti monster here in Uranus off Route 66. There's also a missile in Uranus. Uranus, Missouri, home of the Butt Pirates. Home of the Pirates. There is a dental and proctology clinic in Uranus since 2018. Also, Kathleen, if you're watching this, I know you're a dentist. This is for you. There's some signs pointing to famous roadside attractions along Route 66 here in front of the general store at Uranus. We are now entering the Fudge factory here in Uranus. We are now entering Uranus. Oh, it feels actually really good in Uranus. Oh, this is great. We've got a proud welcome here in Uranus. And there's lots of candy to be seen all over this general store. There is a lot of candy. in Uranus. They have a Uranus Fudge Packers Union t-shirt that you can take home.
Welcome to Uranus!
And of course the classic I Love Uranus. Historic Route 66. I wasn't talking about her, she looked at me. Even Darth Vader is repping the dark side of Uranus. So look at all of this fudge at Uranus. And yeah, you're here, you gotta get some fudge. So Uranus fudge, that's what you do in Uranus. You guys really pack that fudge tight, you know?
Better than that guy I told the other day. It's like, nice sack.
All right. Is that everything?
You know, you have a great day, hon. You are good to go, and thank you for sliding into Uranus. Now, before you pull out of Uranus today, you have to make sure you stroke our Johnson. He is the big orange tabby cat outside.
All right, we'll try to find him.
You have a great day, fellas. Thank you for sliding into Uranus.
That is awesome. And upon exiting, there's even an alien that says, thanks for picking Uranus. So apparently they've got aliens that have probably experience in probing, working here at Uranus, Missouri. All right, let's get out of here. So what is this? So Connor, I think you need to pet the alien here in Uranus. You just have to stick your hand in that hole. You gonna pet the alien? Come on, it's all right. You can pet the alien. Go ahead and pet the alien, Connor. Pet the alien. Hey, no looking. No looking. Oh man, the alien is vicious. Oh my gosh, compressed air.
Scarier than those rats.
And inside, look at this caution, baby rattlers. Oh, I get it, baby rattles. Baby rattlers, get it? Get it, Connor?
They gonna chump scare us?
I hope not. Had me fooled because there's an actual rattlesnake right here in a case, looking like it's gonna bite. Not entirely sure what's happening in this building. There's a bunch of wanted signs that you could pose in front of, and behind this is a cop missing his legs and a dead body that looks like it's been tortured for quite some time here in Uranus, Missouri. My God, what is going on? Oh no, Connor!
Help me!
What happened?
Help me!
I gotta go, man. I gotta go. All right, I'll come back when I get to Santa Monica.
What am I supposed to do?
I've left you some fudge. Just eat the fudge. Here you go. Eat the fudge from Uranus. I'll see you in a few days. All right, let's get out of here. Oh look, and there really is a cat named Mr. Johnson. He's taking a nap. That is the mayor of Uranus. He's getting some sleep. All right, Mr. Johnson, we won't stroke you today. Have a good nap. What is this? There's a double-decker bus, Uranus, Missouri, on historic Route 66, but it doesn't look like it's going to go very far because the driver has been sitting here for a while. Looks like I don't think this bus is going to be moving anytime soon. Hello, sir? Sir? The Funk Yard. And there's Route 66. Again, Chicago. There's the route through St. Louis. We're here in Uranus. We have a long way to go. Oklahoma City, Amarillo, Santa Fe, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Barstow, and Los Angeles. Route 66. Apparently you can go inside. I thought the door was locked, but you can go inside. So let's go inside the bus. And you can see the driver has. Hey, wait a minute. Wait, how did you get out of that chain?
I have my ways.
Oh, okay. You do have the fudge, though. You haven't eaten the fudge yet, so.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, we better eat that fudge from Uranus. Well, if you say so, let's try this Uranus fudge. And I think this is a peanut butter fudge that was packed very tightly. Oh yeah, it's very sticky. Wait, is this all one piece? Wait, did you eat your fudge already?
No.
That's all one piece?
Yeah, it's all one piece.
Oh my God, this is a thick brick of Uranus fudge. Okay, well, I'm gonna break this in half. I just break off a piece. All right, here you go, man. Cheers.
Cheers to Uranus.
Cheers to Uranus. Very sweet. It's a bit nutty.
It's good fudge.
It's very good fudge here in Uranus. And yeah, they make it for you fresh. So anyway, we're gonna hit the road. A lot more to see. A lot more Route 66 coming in. There's an upstairs to the bus. I guess it is a double-decker bus. Oh, it is really hot up here. Holy crap. How is it like 20 degrees hotter up here? I guess hot air rises here in Uranus. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like a sauna up here on the top of this bus. Yeah, look at this. Kind of cool. Weird signs. All right, we're gonna continue. Let's go. So we're here in Pulaski at the Visitor Center, Pulaski County. It's not really a whole lot to see here, but we did yesterday at the launching pad where the Gemini Giant is, pick up a Mother Road passport book, and there are several locations in every state along Route 66 where you can stop by at some famous locations and other visitor centers and get these stamps. And some of them give you a free pin if you get it stamped, some give stickers, you get little gift items. So it's kind of a fun thing to do, to purchase one of these Route 66 passports and kind of stop at some locations and get stamps and collect them as you go. So that's what we're doing here at Pulaski County. Behind me is another famous Route 66 motel. This is the Munger Moss Motel. It's been open here since 1946. 1946, and this is one of the most iconic neon signs that you will find up and down the entire length of Route 66. When it's lit up at night, it is absolutely gorgeous, and you can still stay in the motel today. So they've got rooms available. It's been an operating motel since 1946. I love this googie architecture, this atomic age, that 1940s, 1950s era. It's kind of like the Jetsons. But to me, this is one of the most iconic examples of googie architecture and one of the great symbols of Americana and Route 66. So just take a look at this, the Munger Moss Motel sign. And I think some guys just walked in there too, so we could maybe take a glimpse of the inside lobby. But this is beautiful. Wanted to stop by and show you this. And this is located in Lebanon, Missouri.
And she looked at me and she says, well, what do you think? I says, I'll tell you what, you get your little hiney in the office, I'm going down the road with your hubby.
And that was you back in 2006. I was going to say, it looks like yesterday here, so that's great.
No, not,
That's great.
this is 2006.
Oh, nice. And you got, okay, so your Mother Road Business of the Year, and you're Ramona Lemon. Lemon?
Yeah, that's my husband.
That's your husband.
He passed away in 2019.
Okay, so just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and these are our
Got the
two
whole
daughters.
family there.
Yeah, and the grandchildren.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. That's great. Well, someday I want to come back and stay here at the Munger Moss Hotel. So thank you very much. This is great. This is wonderful. So we got Ramona Lehman here, the queen, Lebanon's queen of Route 66, and the owner of this magical motel. And you got this from the original builder and owner. I love that. Thank you very much, Ramona.
Well, he did tell me, he did build this structurally sound. He bought it in 1940, or bought the land in 1945, and he started building. This is what it looked like.
Oh, wow. That's the land. Oh, yeah.
Garages, so
Yeah.
Anyhow, he said he'd come and tell the boys every night, come and pay the boys that worked and then tell them what to do the next day. And then
That's a good question.
but
That's fantastic.
he told me it was
Grabbing a quick bite to eat at Steak and Shake here in Springfield, Missouri. What's unique about this is the oldest Steak and Shake in existence. This has been here since 1962. Now, Steak and Shake was founded in Normal, Illinois prior to that, and currently their franchise headquarters is in Indianapolis, Indiana, but this is the oldest Steak and Shake in existence. So it's like a time capsule from 1962. We're going to go and grab a meal here. That's right, just off Route 66. This is one of the oldest Steak and Shakes in existence. It's been open since 1962, and most of the interior resembles the original restaurant. Most of this, and look at this. Look at that soda fountain. You do not see that very often, that classic Coca-Cola soda fountain. But absolutely love this old style interior. It's been here since 1962. Dinner is served here at one of the oldest Steak and Shake restaurants in existence. I just went with the #1 original burger with some onions, lettuce. Got the small little, I don't know what they call these, like the pencil thin French fries, the sticks. Connor, you got an original one too with cheese. And ready to dig in here at the oldest Steak and Shake. This place is amazing. It feels like we've gone back in time. It feels like we're eating in a Steak and Shake in 1962. You know, you can really feel the nostalgia in here. And even the music, the old music brings this place to life. Cheers. Tastes like a classic Steak and Shake sandwich. It is a franchise too. But it's so good. This place is all about the history and the atmosphere. And look at these old school ketchup bottles that they have too. Here we are in downtown Springfield, Missouri. Take a break. Keep going. I'll keep going. Kind of an interesting layout that they have. So here's the downtown square here in Springfield. Oh, there's like a little park and a waterfall. Some weird artwork. The History Museum on the square. Look, it's a chrome 66 right there on the right for Route 66. And there's the Missouri US 66 byway sign. They're blue here in Missouri, whereas Illinois was brown. Springfield, Missouri is known as the birthplace of Route 66. And while the physical highway itself does not start here, Springfield is where the highway name was birthed out of. The actual name Route 66 was created and officiated here at the old Colonial Hotel in downtown Springfield on the day of April 30th, 1926. Here at the Roadside Park in front of me is a recreation of the sign for Red's Giant Hamburg, which was a famous fast food restaurant along Route 66 and opened up in 1947. Red's Giant Hamburg claimed to be the very first drive-through restaurant in the United States. I'm here at the Joplin Tornado Memorial in Joplin, Missouri. On May 22nd, 2011, one of the most destructive and deadliest tornadoes struck the city of Joplin. 161 people lost their lives, millions of dollars of destruction, houses lost, houses leveled, and it's taken the community a long time to recover from this treacherous event, this horrible event. But the city here created this beautiful memorial for the victims and the families and the people here in Joplin that are still recovering to this day from that devastating storm that struck on May 22nd, 2011. This is the first time I've ever seen this, and I'm always bewildered by the power of storms. I've always been enamored by tornadoes and in severe weather. Growing up in Tornado Alley in Iowa, I have seen an F2 tornado with my own eyes that went through Iowa City in 2006. So I actually have witnessed the power of the wind, the power of severe weather. So I wanted to stop in Joplin, Missouri. Route 66 goes through Joplin, but this was something that I really wanted to see on this trip, to just kind of pay tribute to the families that are affected by this storm. So to me, this has actually exceeded my expectations for this memorial. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a whole butterfly garden, and they've got these structures here that look like the frames of homes. The frames of homes that were lost, or maybe the frames of homes being rebuilt and reconstructed. But yeah, it's just an absolutely beautiful memorial. And they've got all these tributes and plaques depicting stories from some of the families, some quotes, the facts of the devastation here that happened. It was an F5 tornado with winds that exceeded 200 miles an hour. And this is Cunningham Park. This was where the worst of the storm hit. This was a playground, and there are photos. You can check it out online, but photos of just all the destruction around this park. Everything was leveled, bark ripped from trees, houses lifted from their foundations, semi-trucks thrown hundreds of yards away, and just crumpled like pop cans. So just wanted to pay tribute to this, one of the most devastating tornadoes to strike the United States. Definitely in modern day history. I think this is the deadliest tornado in almost 100 years. Again, 161 people lost their lives, which is almost unheard of to think of this day and age with the technology we have and the expertise from broadcasters and storm chasers and weathermen. So it's really, really crazy to think about that, but it does happen. We are here in Tornado Alley, Joplin, Missouri, so wanted to pay tribute to this. This rock formation here typically has a waterfall rolling over it. You can see all these divided sections in the concrete. There's 38 of them total. Each one is supposed to represent a minute that the F5 tornado was on the ground. And this one has a space in it at 5:41, and that is the time that the Joplin tornado hit this park, Cunningham Park. So they put a space there to denote this location. Pretty wild too. Look at this twisted park bench. Kind of symbolizing the destruction left over from the tornado. That's really wild. I've never seen that kind of design before, so that's really cool. This is awesome. They have a tribute to the volunteers. This is for the miracle of the human spirit, symbolizing the incredible outpouring of volunteers who have lifted Joplin out of the rubble following the tornado and all of its devastation. And look at all that. Oh wow, this is actually objects recovered from the devastation. This is crazy. There's a fork. Wow. Glassware. Pieces of door frames, door hinges. Look at that. Actual debris from the Joplin tornado, well, left over from the Joplin tornado. In the middle of this stone circle, there's more artifacts and debris here in this mosaic found from the destruction of people's homes here in Joplin. Man, this is just surreal. And they have some other artifacts, kind of just, I don't know what, it looks like somebody might have taken that. There's like just a screw. That's too bad if people are actually taking things. Here's like a hammerhead that's just engraved concrete here. And here's what almost looks like a Livestrong armband, but it's a loop that says Joplin, Missouri, 2011. And here is a proclamation of restoration fountain dedicated on November 22nd, 2011, 6 months after this devastating F5 tornado swept through Joplin, Missouri. And here is a dedication memorial to all the citizens and people that lost their lives on that day, May 22nd, 2011. 161 people died in this tornado. And here is a small pond. That is the Children's Memorial. And up there overhead is the main memorial that we just came from. Was not expecting all of this. This is really, really cool what they've done to remember that tragic day and bring good out of it. Goodbye, Missouri. There goes the Missouri Route 66 byway. And here comes Kansas. Any minute. Just go straight. Oh, right here. Kansas. I saw the sign. I saw it. We just passed into it. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was a paint.
We just passed through Kansas. Saw painted on the road. Normally I'd get out and do a photo shoot, but we're in a rush to get to Chandler, Oklahoma. Kansas Byway. There it is. And I think is it brown? It's a brown sign again. Just like Illinois. All right, we're now in the third state, Kansas. And here we are in Galena, Kansas. And look at all of these Cars characters from the 2005 Disney Pixar movie Cars. They're everywhere here in Kansas. Not only are there Cars characters, but look, it's the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. Just chilling there. If I only had a brain. And of course there's the tractors that, it's kind of like cow tipping. You have to tip the tractors. The tractors are kind of like cows in the movie Cars. And is that who I think it is? Why, if it isn't Lightning McQueen himself. Oh, he looks kind of scared because here comes the bull, or the combine is after him. He got caught tipping over these tractor cows. Oh boy, we're gonna keep moving. We better get out of here before we get attacked. And here's Luigi's pit stop. That is so cool. He's coming out of the garage and there's an air compressor too. He's got to fill his tires. His tire's looking a little flat. Looking a little flat there, Luigi. And there's Fillmore, the hippie van in the movie Cars. And of course he's based off of Bob Waldmeyer in real life, the real legend himself, who traveled Route 66 in a hippie van, much like that one, and was also an artist, a traveling artist along Route 66. And of course, we are in Kansas, the setting of The Wizard of Oz. Well, Dorothy Gale, that's where she lived, before the tornado swept her up and sent her landing in the magical land of Oz. Connor, you look pretty good, man. You look good. It's a good look for you. And inside Luigi's, there's colorful artwork. Kansas, Route 66, Galena, Kansas. Got some people road tripping here in an old jalopy. I like it. Cars on the Route 66. Still here in Galena, and look at this. They've got more Cars characters. Now, the Pixar movie Cars was highly inspired by Route 66. The history of Route 66, the people that live on and along Route 66, the shops, the culture of Route 66. Many of these characters are based off of real life people who lived and breathed Route 66. Right here, this tow truck is the very truck that inspired the creation of the character Tow Mater. So there's a sign here that tells you a little bit about the history when they were doing the storyboard and the creators of Cars were driving up and down Route 66 to get inspiration for the Cars movie. They saw this lonely tow truck from 1951. This tow truck is a 1951 tow truck, just sitting here in Galena, Kansas, rusting away. And they saw this, and something sparked, and it inspired the very character of Tow Mater to be created for the movie Cars that Larry the Cable Guy brought to life as a voice actor. This is so cool. This is the original truck that inspired that character in the movie. And of course, they added the eyes later on. I don't think the eyes were here back, in the early 2000s when they were looking for inspiration for the Cars movie. But this is so cool. Look at this. Oh, more Pepsi murals. Look at that, a relic from the past, one of the last surviving rainbow arch bridges in the United States, and it is here in Kansas on Route 66 on the way to Baxter Springs. Oh, this is awesome. Just gorgeous. Look at this bridge. Well, we're already more than halfway through. This is the Rainbow Arch Bridge. We've got a lot more to do to get to Chandler, Oklahoma, and now we're starting to race the sun. So we've got Baxter Springs, and then we'll be entering Oklahoma. And Kansas is the shortest stretch of Route 66, just 13.2 miles in the southeast corner of Kansas. That's all it is. Here we are in downtown Baxter Springs, Kansas. Now, if you recognize the name, it's because in the movie Cars, they took a twist to this and called it Radiator Springs. But here in real life, it's Baxter Springs. And here's their main street. It's so beautiful looking. I love this. Quintessential Midwest Main Street.
Where you just passed it.
That was it?
Yeah, you missed it.
Oh.
It was just another brown sign.
Oh. All right.
We're in Oklahoma.
We're in Oklahoma. It wasn't like a huge dramatic border sign or anything, but we just left Kansas, the 13.2 miles, a half marathon behind us. And now we are in our fourth state, Oklahoma, heading west towards Tulsa tonight. Here in Miami, Oklahoma, that is the famous Wayland's Hamburgers, the Cuckoo Burger spot right there to my right. I love that theme with the cuckoo clock. Unfortunately, it's been closed since 5 o'clock and we missed it by like 3 hours. And we're racing the sun to see as much as we can in Tulsa before checking into our hotel tonight. So yeah, next time I'm through this neck of the woods, I'm gonna totally stop at the Cuckoo Burger and grab some chow there. It's fun seeing all these little cottages that have been here since 1939 at the Lincoln Motel. Not a whole lot to the rooms, but they're cheap, $85 a night. They've got a bed, they've got a mini fridge, they've got enough to get a full night's rest and have the energy to wake up and hit the road early tomorrow. Well, we finally made it to Chandler, Oklahoma. Behind me is this beautiful Googie style neon sign for the Lincoln Motel. The motel has been here since 1939 and the sign was put up sometime in the 1950s. I am tired. We've had a long day driving and exploring Route 66 from St. Louis, Missouri all the way here to Chandler, Oklahoma. We knocked out 2.5 states today. We did all of Missouri, we did all of Kansas, got it about a quarter of the way into Oklahoma, and we still have a lot more on the way. So thanks for tagging along. This has been day 2 of my Route 66 journey west, and tomorrow will be day 3. So the plan tomorrow, we're racing the sun again in Oklahoma, so we actually are going to be backpedaling a little bit to see the Blue Whale of Catoosa and a couple other roadside attractions in Tulsa, and then we'll be proceeding towards Oklahoma City, and final destination tomorrow will be Amarillo, Texas. So another packed day tomorrow here along the Mother Road. But thanks for following. This is Eric with the Get Me Out of Here vlog, and it's time for me to get out of here.